Well, here I am in Cancun, Mexico, for the first time in this country, other than a quick 3 day trip once to Tijuana, just to take care of a immigration issue that I would stay on the right side of the rules, being in the U.S. But other than that, um, first time spending a winter elsewhere, other than in the U.S. And due to geopolitical considerations in North America, it was time to look elsewhere for a winter destination after spending many uh, months overall in the U.S. on various trips, essentially 25 trips to Louisiana, 14 trips to Florida, 10 of which were separate from the Louisiana trips, 3 times in California, 46 states overall. So now it's time for other vistas. Oh, it's a nice little paint job they're doing on this. Uh, is it a hardware store? Yeah. So as can be seen, I'm not in the hotel zone of Cancun. I'm in the center of Cancun, Centro. Um, my Spanish before I came here was next to nada. Still not great, obviously. I gotta say a few more things. Um, and, several words here and there a person's about to pick up. But yeah, since I've been here, listening a lot, listening to podcasts, doing Duolingo, trying a few things. Start off with Google Translate, and I have an iPhone. Somebody told me to use Apple Translate, and finding that's even better. It's more, it's easier to kind of access it, and so on. I was using the website for Google Translate, but it's all good. It's all dependent on how much effort I put in, but making progress. So I'm gonna make a few videos of just showing what it's like here in downtown Cancun. I did see a YouTube video of what the hotel zone looks like, and I'm completely uninterested going there, other than to go see the beaches. I'll go there one day, I guess. From what I've seen in the videos of what the hotel zone is, it looks exactly like Miami Beach in terms of the resorts and buildings and everything along the barrier island, with a lagoon in the back here, and in Florida it would be like an intercoastal waterway. And a lot of the vibes that seems to be in the hotel zone is kind of the worst of the Las Vegas schmaltz. Another place I've been to quite a few times. I liked Las Vegas, actually. A lot of fun to be had there, but there's for sure some pretty cheesy things going on there. But I don't know, I think they it kind of takes the cake here when you sit down and have a margarita and they put a great big sombrero on your head. Um, yeah, definitely geared toward tourists. So I've been walking all over the place, probably a few more places to discover, but probably not many that I haven't been to at all. Further out I go, the more just residential and um, larger commercial districts. But in terms of just a place where you'll find lots of restaurants and hotels, not that many hotels actually, but um, they're certainly intermixed here and there. So one thing about Cancun is it's a very walkable city, at least in terms of sidewalks, but you have to be careful. A lot of the concrete's busted up and cracked and crevices, and there's not a lot of places for pedestrians to cross. I will go across one spot here, but it won't really make much of a difference. As can be seen, they won't stop for you just because you're at what's kind of a crosswalk. Um, Plus, see, like these ladies here trying to cross, and you just have to wait. Combination of, oh, there they're letting them through. You have to kind of wait until they kind of come through, and then this guy here is going to almost stop by and run through us. So even though there's a presumably some sort of wheelchair ramp here, it's people block it all the time. So just put on a good pair of footwear that you can uh, dance and prance around the broken up concrete. But here we'll have a nice spot. Other places, horrific. But being in Louisiana on many times, as I mentioned, I'm used to it because there it's even worse in many places. There's just no sidewalks whatsoever. Um, and in the downtown areas of smaller places, or even New Orleans, it's all cracked up and busted. So par for the course. So this is a nice little restaurant. I haven't been here, but I'm probably going to come tonight uh, because they're going to have some dancing here. Dancing of a traditional kind, uh, kind of putting on a show. I think it's just cost of admission is buying a couple of drinks, hopefully. This trip is going to be and is a budget trip, and I'll talk a lot more about that later on. So we're coming to a specific place here. It's called Parque de la Palapas. And Palapas means sort of a gazebo with a thatched roof with the grass on it. You've seen these things at tiki huts everywhere, so they've kind of got their version of it here. But that's a huge stage. Right now, there's not much going on, but every day around later afternoon, supper time, and certainly in the evenings, it gets a lot busier. A lot of people come, a lot of families. Um, yeah. So lots of food options over there. And here, a whole bunch of carts, which are not there yet. They'll pull them in later on. And food there's very good, reasonably priced. A friend of mine just came back from Cancun, but he stayed in the hotel zone, and he said it was very expensive, and I can see that. Right over there, there's a little massage place, and the prices are pretty low compared to that video that I saw where the guy wanted to get a massage out in the hotel zone, and it was like far, far more expensive than here. So people have said to me, "Oh, Cancun's so touristy," and yeah, it's very geared toward tourists around here. But to be honest, I see literally about 99.5% Mexicans everywhere I go. So, mind you, I see some tourist shops, and there's some Mexicans or Central or South Americans anyway. Um, Not gringos in there. They're buying stuff. I guess they must come here on vacation also. I'm still trying to figure all this out. How come there can be so many touristy shops selling all kinds of souvenirs and everything, and I don't see hardly any tourists. And I know they're here. I mean, they're certainly in the hotel zone, which is about 10 kilometers away from here. Um, and right up here, we're coming up on Tulum Avenue, which is a kind of major north-south street. I'll say north-south, but it just goes all along down to um, the airport, Tulum, Playa del Carmen, and so on. And not far from here, they just veer left and they go down to the hotel zone. So you can take a bus to go there. I think it's about 10 pesos, which is around, I don't know, a little bit more than $1. And all the price I've been quoting are in Canadian dollars. I'll probably put some subtitles to throw in a few conversions for US dollars, just to give people an idea. Yeah, so walk a little bit more in this video, show the start of Tulum Avenue, but the traffic here is pretty thick. It's easy enough to pass during the day. There's one or two designated crosswalks that are semi-respected, but at night to the left, if I were to turn here, there's a big traffic circle, and it's pretty treacherous to cross at night because, like I said, they don't stop and there's nothing designated for tourists. I'll go um, pretty much anywhere else. Certainly at night, it's very safe here. I'll walk anywhere, almost any time of day or night. Of course, like anywhere else, you're not just going to walk down some narrow side streets. And there are a few streets up there that are a little sketchier, but when I say up there, I mean way up there. And I was going to walk along them, and during the day, I didn't feel unsafe walking, but I couldn't see any sidewalks, or it would just look really uninteresting and kind of a yeah, kind of like I said, an excuse to kind of twist an ankle walking along that road. So I just stayed on this road. This is it for the start of Tulum Avenue, and I'm going to make more videos and just give more impressions on what I've seen and everything else. But weather here has been good. People very friendly. Food's good. Prices are good. Except the price of groceries and toiletries and stuff like that seem quite high. They're as high, or if not higher, than Canada, which is surprising. And price in Canada, I find them to be quite a bit more than some of the U.S. prices. Not all, but some. Um, anyway, it's just the way it is. Gotta try to find a reasonable price wherever it's possible, I suppose. So that's it for now on this video, and I'll add more later on.